Good morning, 10th standard. This is Ritu here. We are starting with the second chapter of the first flight, that is Nelson Mandela. This is from the biography of Nelson Mandela. This is the first paragraph. We are starting with the first paragraph, first line. 10th May dawned bright and clear. It was 10th May and it was a bright and clear morning. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries. In the autobiography, the Nelson Mandela, he says that he was surrounded closely by the dignitaries from all around the world and the world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. It was the inauguration day there, okay, and the first the largest gathering was there ever. International leaders were there in the South African country there. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of the international leaders on the South African soil. From all over the world, the international leaders, they were coming on the inauguration day. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union buildings in Pretoria. What is amphitheatre? A building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in the steps, typical of ancient Greece and Rome. You must you must have seen the stadiums. Okay, the different stadium that is called as the amphitheatre. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone. That amphitheatre was built with the sandstone formed by the Union buildings of the Pretoria. For decades, that means from the past 10 years, this had been the seat of the white supremacy. Seat of the white supremacy here means that the Britishers had been ruling here, and now it was the site of the rainbow gathering of the different colors. Rainbow gathering of the different colors, that means different races. People from the different races have been coming here, and nations, for the installation of the South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Now, it was the non-racial government of the first South African democratic non-racial government was being formed. That means the first government of South Africa was being formed. Okay, and different people from different countries were there. Okay, different people were there from the different races. Okay, and all over the world, the people, the international leaders, they have come there to inaugurate this non-racial government which was democratic in nature. On that lovely autumn day, it was the autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zinani. Now, Nelson Mandela, he was present there and he was accompanied by his daughter Zinani. On the podium, he was there on the podium. Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as the second deputy president. De Klerk, he was sworn in. शपथ दिला दी गई थी उनको as a second president. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as the first deputy president. Thabo Mbeki was the first deputy president there. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution. उसके बाद किसकी टर्न आई? It was the turn of Nelson Mandela. Here refers to Nelson Mandela. Then it was after Mbeki, it was the turn of Nelson Mandela. He was sworn in to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. लोगों का ध्यान रखना, रिपब्लिक का ध्यान रखना, that was he has to do. To assemble guests and the watching world, I said. Now this is the speech that he said. Today all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to the newborn liberty. The newborn liberty has been given to the people out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long. Confer means here. The liberty has been given to the people here, and it has come out from the extraordinary human disaster. That means long the people, they have fought for the country there, and the human disaster they have seen there and lasted too long. It was too long. The people they have fought for the country. Must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud, and it is a newborn one, and the humanity will be proud of it. We who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be the host to the nations of the world on our soil. And we, that means the South African peoples, okay, non-racial peoples, they have been given the privilege to be the host. That means we the people have been given the privilege to host the government. We thank all of our distinguished international guests. Therefore, we thank the international guests who have come for the inauguration of the democratic government, for having come to take the possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice. So we thank them all who have come here, all those who have come here for the country of what, after all, is a victory for. So this is the victory for not the people, it is the victory of justice, it is the victory of peace, and for the human dignity. It is the victory of not of the people here, it is not the victory of the country, it is the victory of the peace, it is the victory of human dignity, it is the victory of the justice there for the humanity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We have achieved the political emancipation. That means we have achieved the freedom from the restriction. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the counting bondage of poverty. We have liberated our people of a country from the poverty. We are going to liberate our people. We pledge. Okay, that means हम शपथ खाते हैं कि हम अपने जो यहाँ के जो people हैं उनको पॉवर्टी से, डेप्रिवेशन, सफरिंग, जेंडर एंड अदर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन जो उनके साथ हुआ है उनसे उनको हम लिबरेट करेंगे. नेवर 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 अगेन शैल इट बी दैट दिस ब्यूटिफुल लैंड विल अगेन एक्सपीरियंस द ऑपरेशन ऑफ वन बाय अनदर. एंड आई प्रॉमिस दैट दिस लैंड, this South Africa land is not going to be oppressed by any another foreign hand, another foreign country now onwards. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Now onwards, sun is not going to set. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So let the freedom reign the country. Let the freedom rule. Reign means rule. God bless Africa. So this was the speech given by whom? Nelson Mandela. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes in awe. Awe means wonder, as the spectacular array of the South African jets, helicopters and troops carriers rode in perfect formation. So a few moments later, what happened? As these people, they lifted their eyes, they saw the spectacular array, they saw the impressive display of the South African jets, helicopters and the troop carriers rode in the perfect formation. They formed something there in the sky. What did they form? Over the Union buildings. It was not only a display of the pinpoint precision, that means it was not exactness and the military force, but that they demonstrated of the military loyalty to the democracy. They demonstrated something of the military democracy to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. So this was something given to the freely and the fairly elected government. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and the police, they chest bedecked with ribbons. What happened? Only few moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force. So there were few generals of the South African Defence Force. Okay, they had the medals, and the police, their chests were bedecked. That means they were decorated with the ribbons and medals from the days gone by. All those who, the generals and their chests who were decked up by the ribbons and the medals, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. I was not unmindful of the fact that not so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. See here what happened. Nelson Mandela here is trying to say that all the generals of the military and all the these police staff which was there earlier who never used to salute him, okay, all those were present there in the inauguration. And what happened, they never used to salute him earlier, but as he became the president, finally what did they do? They were there in the row and they saluted him and they pledged him that they are going to be loyal to the government and loyal to him also. I was not unmindful of the fact that so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. So earlier they arrested Nelson Mandela, but now they were saluting him. Finally, a chevron of Impala left a smoked trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. And those the helicopters and the jets which were flying there in the air, in the sky, they made the South African flag. Okay, they were leaving the smoked trail of the black, red and green and blue and gold, and they made the South African flag there in the sky. They made a chevron, means they made a pattern in the sky, making a South African flag. The day was symbolized for me by the playing of our two nations' national anthems. So, this day, the inaugural day, was symbolized as playing the two national anthems were being played, and the vision of the whites singing. For the whites, it was Nkosi's Sickle, I Africa, and the blacks singing Diastem, the old anthem of Republic. Although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem. Both of the whites and the blacks, they never knew the lyrics of the anthem. They once, despite that, they would not know the words by heart. Both of them, they were very low in the opinion that they are not knowing the lyrics of the anthem, and they did not know the words by heart. On the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed with a sense of history. So, at the day of the inauguration, he was overwhelmed with a sense of history. In the first decade of the 20th century, in the first 10 years of the 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth, the white-skinned peoples of the South Africa patched up their differences and erected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned peoples of their own land. So now here he is trying to say that if we tell about the past 10 years history, it was that the whites, they had the Anglo-Boer War, and before his own birth also, the white-skinned peoples of the South Africa, they had their own differences, and they had built their own system of the racial domination against the dark-skinned people, okay, of the country. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest and the most inhuman societies. This was something very inhuman societies against the dark people the world has ever known. Now in the last decade, the 20th century, and my own 8th decade as a man, that system has been overturned forever and replaced by one that recognizes the rights and freedoms of all people. So he said that the system which was prevailing from the decades, इसमें सालों से जो चला आ रहा था सिस्टम रेशियल डिस्क्रिमिनेशन का, वो हटा दिया गया. Okay, and the rights and the freedom have been given to all the people regardless of the color of their skin. कोई भी कलर का हो स्किन, किसी भी स्किन कलर का हो, every right and every freedom was given to the person there. That day had come about through the unimaginable sacrifices of the thousands of my people, and this day has come because many people have sacrificed their lives for this country. People whose suffering and courage can never be counted or repaid. All those who have sacrificed their life for the country. We cannot count them and we cannot repay for that. I felt that day, as I have no so many, I have uh, I have on so many other days, that I have simply the sum of all those African patriots who have gone before me, all those who have given up their life before me. That long and noble line ended and now began again with me. I have pained that was not able to thank them, and that they were not able to see what their sacrifice has wrought. So he's trying to say that all those who have given their life before me, and all those who have suffered the pain before me, okay, they are not able to see what their sacrifices has brought. The policy of the apartheid created a deep and the lasting wound in my country and my people. The apartheid policy you must have learned in 9th standard. Okay, so I do not have to explain it again. The policy of the apartheid created a deep and the lasting wound in the country. Apartheid policy ne, it created a deep lasting wound for the people there. All of us will spend many years, if not generous, recovering from the profound hurt. So everybody was hurt there with this policy, but the decades of the oppression and the brutality had another unintended effect. So this policy gave the unintended effect to the people, and that was that it produced the Oliver Tambos. Because of this policy, number of people they came into the limelight. Who were they? The Oliver Tambos, the Walter Sislis, the Chief Lutlis, and the Yusuf Dadus, the Bram Fishers, the Robert Sobquist, and our time. Men of such extraordinary courage, wisdom, and generosity that their like may never be known again. These people, they came into the limelight because of some of the policies. Okay, and these cannot be brought again. Perhaps it requires such depths of oppression to create such heights of character. Some policies which oppress the people, and because of these oppressions, what happened? Some characters, they come into the limelight, and it is because of these oppressions only. My country is rich in minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is in its people. So Nelson Mandela here, he says that I know that South Africa is rich in minerals also, and it is rich in gems also. But he knows a greater thing, and that is it is rich in its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamonds, and those people are the purest diamond in itself. It is from these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. And from these comrades means companions, and from these companions in the struggle, in the freedom struggle, from these companions only he learned the meaning of courage. Time and again I have seen many men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. I have seen many men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing strength and resilience that defies the imagination. So, time and again, I have seen many men, women risk and give their lives for an idea. He has seen, in the time, he has seen many of the men and the women. They are risking and they are giving their lives for a particular idea, that is the freedom. Okay, justice. I have seen men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. He has seen many of the men, they are standing for the attacks and they are suffering the torture, okay, without breaking the silence. They do not break the silence. They चुपचाप क्या करते हैं वो लोग टॉर्चर सहते हैं, है ना. And they show their own strength. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers the fear. So he said, the brave man is not that he who is not feeling afraid, is not that who feels afraid, but he who conquers his fear. No one is born hating another person. So there is no one who hates the other person because of the color of his skin, not because of the color of his skin or of his background or his religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. So he says, if a person learns to hate, he can be taught to love also. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than it is opposite. He says that loves come naturally rather than to hate. Even in the grimmest times in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to the limits, I would see the glimmer and the humanity in one of the guards. Perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. So he says, even in the grimmest times, even in the poorest times in the prison, when he has seen those days, when my comrades, when my companions and I were pushed to the limits, when they were there in the prisons there at that time, I would see a glimmer, I would see a slightest of the humanity. He said, I would have seen the slightest of the humanity there, one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me. So that guard, he pushed them, okay, and just for slightest of the second, and he keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame and that can be hidden but never extinguished. So just that flame of goodness is there, but it cannot be extinguished. So till here we are going to do, and I'm going to give you the worksheet. So children, this is all for today. Second part of this chapter we are going to continue in the next class. Thank you.